around the world,
UK,
Asia,
Germany.
for example, UK and Europe as well. But the really important thing is whether their arguments, at least provided to the juror at this moment, are convincing or not. It sounds very much like a law program we're having right here, but it is not, because it's having a lot of impact going to be on the technological aspect of everyday life of ours. So what do you think about their arguments? First of all, Apple is portraying itself as a trailblazing company with inventions, as an inventor. Well, as Samsung was saying, they are also innovators because they have been providing parts of the products needed for the Apple products eventually. And therefore, they each portray themselves with innovative images saying they were the original innovator. Are you convinced by their arguments as a lawyer yourself?
Well, this is a very complicated case. It's just really in the very beginning stage. If you look at the mobile industry, there were millions and millions of patents. Everybody owns a patent, and some of the patents are quite easy to get, right? Like the design patent, the utility model is different from the real invention patent. So there are a lot of complications behind it. It's very difficult to say who will win, and at the end of the day, I think at this stage, both of them, they got opportunity to present their own argument. I don't think anybody is convinced, you know, which side they should take right now.
No, I mean, the interesting thing is it's done by a trier of fact, which is this 3 men and 7 women, which make up the jury. The trier of fact is going to be those persons who are going to sit down and try to make the decision. And like Luca Lu said, the problem with patent litigation is you're going to sit down with a lot of engineers over the course of the next 4 weeks for common people. Now, these are common people who are coming from Silicon Valley, so the jurors are coming from an area where Apple is a big employer. And so it's very difficult maybe to get, and this is one of the processes in the voir dire when they were trying to select the jury to come up to decide this case.
How to explain to these people? Right.
And a lot of them, I mean, do have technical backgrounds and things like that, but I'm just saying, they're the trier of fact. This is something we don't have in China necessarily, and it's a very boring and long process. And the problem is the only people who wind up winning are the lawyers in these cases. These kind of things. Now, Mr. Chi and Mr. Cook, Mr. Chi from Samsung and Mr. Cook tried to sit down and mediate, and that was court-ordered forced mediation, which broke down. That would have been the better place to do this. But I think that there's going to be a larger game at play here. Like I said, there's this case in San Jose. There's a second case which follows it in San Jose, which has also been filed, and there's these other cases that are pending around the world. I do not see that this is going to pull back. But it's interesting that these cases are being brought in the United States. Is the key point? It's integral. You know, in 1789, when the United States was founded, when the Constitution was written, Article 1, Section 8 actually outlined the protection